Morning, we hear a veteran's voice celebrating 100 years of life. Forrest Frosty Frost marked his birthday last week with not one but two big parties, which might seem like a lot for a man of his age, but in Frosty's world, time seems to almost stand still.
I got a pack about 150 timepieces in the house.
Forrest Frost likes clocks.
Well, actually, this one behind me there, it's 1854 Ansonia. My mother-in-law gave me that, and that one up there weighs a ton on 10 or 12 pretty fancy clocks.
You can find them in every room of his Grover Beach home, and Frosty's internal clock is still going strong.
Hi, honey.
Family and friends gathered a week ago to mark his 100th birthday, followed by a public party the next day at the Oceano Elks Lodge, where more than 100 people turned out. His last big welcome home celebration happened more than 70 years ago, following his service in World War II. Frosty was chief engineer aboard the USS YOG-76, a fuel tanker that supplied troops, ships, and planes with precious fuel in the war with Japan. And many times, they were all alone.
Chugged along, they never sent an escort with us. We had 780,000 gallons of aviation gas. We always went by ourselves and just chugged along.
Frosty's ship supplied fuel at major battles, including Tinian, Saipan, and Iwo Jima.
They had the fleet out there, and they bombed Suribachi. They bombed it night and day. When they started invading, they found out that island was in the tunnels and stuff. It wasn't a piece of cake that they expected. So,
near the end of the war, Frosty was on Saipan, refueling heavy bombers headed for the Japanese mainland.
B-29s were taken off I forget how many seconds, 90 seconds or so apart. But we were anchored out where we could see just the tail of it. They never formed a formation or anything. They just take right off and head for Japan.
When he was discharged in October of 1945, he returned to the West Coast and eventually found a career with Shell Oil. It was that job that brought him to Bakersfield for 35 years. And a reunion of sorts with another veteran and famed aviator, Lieutenant Colonel James Doolittle, who led the raid on Japan after Pearl Harbor.
He came out to Bakersfield a couple of times. We had lunch, and because he was checking the aviation facilities around Bakersfield. He was quite a character. His plane landed, his big yellow plane with Shell Oil Company on it.
So they knew when he was in town.
They pretty knew he was there, but it wasn't anything written in the news.
Surrounded by family and loved ones this past weekend, Frosty keeps his memories positioned throughout his home. His wife, Mary, of 62 years, who passed away in 2003. He has a plaque that was once on a bench at the Pismo Pier. The flag of his younger brother, William, who also served in the Navy. He passed away 3 years ago. Frosty has outlived his entire crew from the YOG-76, but still keeps in touch with some of their kids.
Yes, the last one died about 3 years ago. He's a motor machinist, third class, Cy Roberts. I still correspond with his daughter.
Frosty took part in the September 2013 honor flight out of Bakersfield, seeing the memorials firsthand.
I like the World War II memorial. That's just big and nice. But Marine Iwo Jima, the flag raised near on Suribachi, that's interesting.
His stories and memories still strong in his mind, just like Frosty. A century of life with more still to come as this old veteran keeps on ticking.